What's going on, y'all? I want to give y'all a real live testimony real quick and why it's important to learn how to pray in the Spirit, to operate in the Holy Spirit, to listen, to have spouses that's connected, and to do trauma work. Okay, I'm going to make it all make sense. So, short version, 2 weeks ago, I went to them, get my tire fixed on my car. It was a nail in the tire. By the time I was done, I ended up paying $1,200 worth of work. Now that's demonic all by itself, right? It's like, okay, I need two front tires. I need a wheel alignment. They said my battery was bad. It was low voltage on the battery. I had to get the coolant flushed. I had to get new filters. All of this work, right? They said, hey, look at Carfax. Carfax shows that none of this work ever been done. All of this is kind of maintenance work or change as well. So I rationalized with it, and I'm thinking to myself, okay, well, this work has to be done sooner than later. I'll go ahead and bite the bullet. I did. I didn't like it, but I did. 2 weeks later, my wife starts reporting there's something going on with the car. When I'm starting the car up, it feels like the battery is not working. Is like it's about to die. So now I'm mad now because I done spent all this money. So I go back to the shop yesterday. Today is Saturday. I went yesterday, Friday, spent 6.5 hours of foolishness waiting on them. And I'm praying in the Spirit because something is not right in the Spirit. So I go to praying in the Spirit until there's peace about the matter. Like something is going wrong. I don't know what it is, but I'm praying in the Spirit. I go yesterday. They say, well, your alternator is bad, the cable is bad, something may be wrong with the transmission. And then they say, we recommend you getting filters. I say, first of all, I got all the filter work done 2 weeks ago. What do you mean? So now my spirit is saying, and now to me, I'm like, y'all trying to get over on me. This is demonic. I'm going to go to another shop that I know that I trust. So I get up Saturday morning. Car don't start. It's dead. I planned my whole day to go get this going. So that's not working. Trying to get it fixed, right? Having trouble jump starting it. That's an issue. So I call this guy who specializes in bringing the mechanics to you and fixing it at your spot. So I'm like, okay, well, let me see if I can do that, right? So he said, okay, they say you need an alternator. You're going to Zelle me $370. I got to go pick the alternator. It's not going to come there to 2 o'clock, and then I'll come figure. I said, well, listen, no offense, but I don't know you well enough for me to Zelle you this type of money. So I'm going to try to get it, and I'll call you back. Got a little attitude, but I don't know what's going on. My boy Tony Darn come, TD, come. We get it started. TD was like, I don't think it's the alternator. I don't think it's the alternator. I'm like, all right. So for some reason, I'm like, well, let me go back to where I got it from. Made an appointment. Y'all need to take care of this again. Even though I feel like y'all are scamming me, something is wrong, but somehow I'm leading to go right back to the place where I got all this animosity about these people. So I show up. I'm remaining cool, remaining calm. Talk to the guy. Some of the same guys who worked on my car are there this time. They wasn't there last time. They're back. So they looking at it, looking to see how can we get the alternator here to get it fixed. Even the guy who tested it yesterday said, yeah, I'm the one who said the alternator is bad. Okay. So I'm calm. So the guy who originally worked on my car been on vacation. For some reason, he was there today. He looked at my car. He came back and said, bro, there's nothing wrong with your alternator. And there's nothing wrong with your starter. This battery is bad. I'm like, the same battery that y'all told me was bad and that y'all replaced and gave me a new one, y'all trying to tell me that that's bad? They looking all shocked and confused. I'm holding it together. He said, well, it's under the warranty. We're going to get it fixed. Then the guy said, well, you have to pay the tax on it. He says, it's $161. I said, 161? That's what he said, 161. I said, bro, why do I got to pay 161 in taxes to replace what y'all said is wrong? I look at the paper. He says 161. It's $1.61. I said, man, listen, y'all get my battery, do what y'all got to do so I can go home. I say all that to say, I was like, okay, imagine if I would have spent that money, got that alternator, because I'm guarantee you that guy would have did about $600 worth of work that I didn't need. I didn't make it to the place that I wanted to go to because the car didn't start. That's another blessing, because I would have drove all the way to Opelika from Miami Beach, and if they would have told me it's a battery, I would have to come back anyway, because the people who replaced the battery had to fix it. So for some reason, I got led right back to the same place, even though I had animosity in my heart. Man, I was going to do some stuff, man. The thoughts in my head about being taken advantage of that I wanted to do to them. I'm glad that God held me. I'm glad that I didn't overreact. I'm glad that I kept my cool. I'm glad that the Holy Spirit led me right back to where it started. So it didn't cost me anything. They're going to get it fixed. I just want to tell you the importance in this world. Now we question if the battery was ever wrong in the first place. You have to start to speak in the Spirit before you do anything. Before you do anything. We are living in a world where you got to start praying in the Spirit over every decision that you make. It could have been a lying spirit that was amiss there. It could have been a spirit of confusion. We don't know what was going on behind the scenes. But praying in the Spirit broke through all of that, resolved the issue. I should have prayed in the Spirit the very first day. I didn't do that. I probably wouldn't have spent $1,200. This is a testimony to pray in the Spirit in these days, these last days, because you never know what's real or what's not. Learn to pray in the Spirit. The Holy Spirit convicted my soul, vexed my soul that something was off. I didn't know what it was, so I prayed in the Spirit. Now it's getting resolved. I'm gonna make it to work on time, but I'm still gonna continue to pray in the Spirit over the car, over that place, over everything that's happening. Pray in the Spirit. That's my word for you today.